Brad about your codpiece.
Yeah, we're going to have to maybe get some listener feedback on what that should be made out of.
Oh, that's going to get weird.
No, good point. I think I'll just make that call.
What should I cover my cod with?
So I was having a thought about listener feedback, and not quite a giveaway, but perhaps a contest of some sort in naming the kingdom. But I don't know if we want to leave that up to listeners.
Well, that's how we end up with Kingdom McKingdom face.
Right. What was that in England? It was a boat, right? It was like a boat face. Boat face.
Well, and it wouldn't be random. And it'd be, we would, as a group, pick the best one. Unless they're all, Kingdom McDougal.
Maybe we start with the trolley. The trolley still doesn't have a name.
Yeah, that's true.
Start there before. I mean, the
start small.
The trolley's a big deal, but the kingdom is.
So name our trolley.
There you go, Discord.
Name the whip.
Yep.
The whip.
Whipped cream.
So I've had a little bit of time to think about oversights that I've perpetrated. One of them is that Mitchell Groening walked around with the zero condition all last episode.
Yep, appreciate that.
Now, Chris, as our primary zero check minister, I guess we could call you. You have a bunch of suggestions for me, but I can kind of do what I want, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can resolve the zero condition whenever you want to. In combat, outside of combat, whenever.
And I don't have to roll on the table. I can just do something, right, if I want.
Well,
there has to be, it has to be from the list.
You could.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could.
It's funny because I'm such a fucking teacher's pet that like halfway through the episode, I added it to my character. I was like, oh shit, it's not on my character.
I saw
token.
the zero on
zero checker on there.
Icon, but I was not going to ask.
I'm that guy.
Yeah, it reminded me. It did. But thank you. So, Mitch,
after my balls just got massaged by a marble. Let's go ahead.
Our minds are in the same place right now.
God damn it.
Now, you might recall last episode, you took a marble from a slingshot to the testicle. And normally, as fellow men, as you know.
Theme with Brad's character.
I know. We'll get to that in a second, okay? Because I wanted to discuss this aspect you were alluding to. Usually when you take a tap to that region, it's intense, but the pain will fade, right?
Yep.
But Mitch, it's not fading. You do not feel well right now. In addition to the clumsy condition, I'm going to give you the sickened condition permanently until I decide it is lifted from you. Maybe a combat, maybe two. It just depends. But you guys are looking over at Mitchell Groening. What? And he is doubled over, and he's just not okay after what he experienced. Is he developing what?
Elephantitis.
What is that? I don't know what that is.
Are his testicles swelling?
Oh, I think that's a very personal question for Mitchell Groening. Brad.
Don't want to talk about it.
Is he going to be able to keep his armored pants on?
Oh my gosh.
Move on.
Hurry up. Let's go. Get out of here. Help me.
I'm not crying.
Bash, can I get a medicine check over here?
Somebody go lay hands on
natural medicine.
So I put clumsy and sickened on my character sheet in Path Builder, and my whole sheet is red right now. This is fantastic.
Yeah, you are not okay. And I suspect that there will be a new codpiece component to your armor after this. It was just too perfect there, Brad. I couldn't resist.
No, that's fine. That's great.
Welcome back to the Zero Check. What is this, episode 13?
Yeah. Not to be confused with the Nut Check podcast, which we've been up to this point.
That's a spin-off podcast we're thinking about doing. I've got this profile of the tree right here. Let me reveal a little bit more to you about where you're at right now. And you can just imagine the doubled over body of Mitchell Groening as I show you this. There you are. You're in a little chamber that I like to call A1. And there you are. As you can see, there is a vertical path leading down into pitch black, deeper underground. You have just killed 2 Mitflits in this room that seem to be playing with these slingshots, ball bearings, and marbles, and you've seen all of the kobold corpses strewn on the walls in here. It is just a sad sight, guys. And as we talked about last time, there was something very wrong underneath the sycamore in the green belt. Let's get back in. Let's just hop in. Let's just keep going there, guys. What's the vibe? How are you doing? Mitchell's testicular issues aside, how are you guys feeling?
I think we did pretty well that fight. Aside from taking the groin shot, did anyone take damage? I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so.
Nope. Just old testicle Mitchell.
No, I really didn't take that much damage to my hit points. My pride is another story.
It's just another character building moment for Mitchell.
And I think we're probably all kind of freaked out because we can see all this, whatever the hell's going on in this chamber with body parts and what have you.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you guys are searching around. Ciro's going to detect magic to see if that aura is still present.
No, that aura... yes, you're referring to the Mitflit Bee's casting of some sort of spell that was giving attack roll penalties to anyone that stood near him. No, the aura ceased with Mitflit Bee dying. But, I mean, if you were curious what that spell is, you could certainly make an Arcana check.
I am not good at that.
Or you can use religion, I think, to identify magic, too.
Hot no on that one, too.
I've got Arcana, but it would be appropriate for me to take a...
Either.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do an Arcana check for you here.
Mitch, can you do an Arcana check?
It's only a 14 adjusted.
Yeah, no.
Okay. I would like to take a look at the crafting table and like the weird implements and stuff.
Yeah.
See if would a crafting check be applicable for that? Or?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. That's a little better. 17 adjusted.
You know, these are crude weapons, but there's sort of a savant aspect to them. Like, you're not sure how this slingshot works, but it does. But you notice that there are some kobold bones in the body of the slingshot. Maybe muscle tendons are making up the flexible rubber tubing, that is used to draw back the tension on the slingshot. So, I mean, this thing is gross. But you can't help but have a little bit of begrudging respect for the twisted minds that came up with this.
And Bashk is like, it takes somebody brilliant to reuse bones to make something useful out of it. Let's not forget.
That's right. Bashk, you're like, well, hey, Bashk is like, well, maybe we should hear these guys out.
I don't see anything wrong with any of this.
Dry is disgusted that you guys are even touching this stuff.
Yeah.
Dry about lost a toe last episode, and that would have totally ended up in
fine.
the armor. So.
He's going to walk with a limp for a minute, but that's cool.
Oh, yeah, Dry did take damage.
That's right. From himself.
I took 2 hit points to the toe.
Yeah.
I feel like we should rearrange the order since I don't think Mitchell is going to be leading too well from the front at this point with his clumsy and his sickened.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to put him in a good spot.
No. Although the rest of you guys are clumsy too. In fact, let me get that done to all of you.
But what I was thinking, and let me know what you guys feel about this, is because I have such a high stealth, I could scout ahead and you guys stay a little, not very far behind me, but just where the second increment of light drops off your shield. So my low light vision will be in effect. And then just kind of stay just a little bit ahead of you guys and try to feel our way deeper into the tunnel.
You want to be our tunnel rat, is what you're saying.
Well, I just figure try to sneak into him a little bit. And if we can avoid some, avoid some.
Yeah. So, like, is it dark or is it low light down here?
It is pitch black, but I think what Bill's referring to is that your light spell will cast 20 feet of low light after 20 feet of bright.
The 20 to 40 range. Yeah, gotcha.
So I'll just stay in the second increment so I can see.
Yeah.
And then you guys can be behind me.
And I just realized I also have the light cantrip prepared. I didn't realize it was on my sheet. If we need another light source, we can do that, but I think the one's getting us by right now, so. Yeah,
may as well drop it on Valerie, or perhaps there's kind of another pit in front of us, right?
That's right. This is a pit going down, again, very similar to the initial entrance of the dungeon.
You could use one of those marbles and light it up and drop it down the pit.
Yeah, so I think Bash does that. He grabs one of the marbles that was being fired and casts light on it and throws it down the pit, and what's illuminated?
So, kind of tactics talk here. Are we going through stealthy, or are we just kind of busting down doors and clearing out.
I was just going to, I'm all for just gutting stuff out, but I was thinking like get up close, get a look at the room, call you guys up just so we can see what's going on.
And really, if this whole place is anything off of what we've already encountered, a lot of the sound is muffled just by the environment.
Oh, and
We rolled up on this room, and the Midflits, they were just fucking around with each other.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, so Sirio, you've got these two plans. Do you want to drop the lit ball bearing down the pit, or do you want to shine the light down the pit and let Dry climb it solo and see what he sees?
Really, it's up to Dry. I'm good either way.
Let's just drop the ball bearing down the pit and YOLO it.
Yeah, let's go full tilt boogie. Let's go kill some.
What's the worst that could happen? Throwing a light into a pit.
Be fine. We're adventurers. This is adventuring.
Would you say you're going to yeet that ball bearing?
It deserves a good yeeting.
Yeah.
And you dab at the same time.
I was so close to laughing when you pushed me over the edge. Okay, so Bashk, you pick up one of these ball bearings, small little thing, half the size of like what we would think of as a marble. You cast light upon it. It begins shedding light in this 40-foot radius, and you drop it down the pit. And the ball bearing falls about 20 feet into pitch black, but it illuminates the cylindrical pit as it goes down, and you see that the pit is very similar to the one that you climbed down initially. There's plenty of ample roots and opportunity and stuff. And the ball bearing drops down about 20 feet and lands on the ground, and I'm going to direct your attention to elsewhere on this very interesting map that's kind of presented in non-contiguous sections here. This drops down into this larger chamber, okay? And as the ball bearing drops down, you're kind of looking down, and you hear just at the edge of hearing a little bit of a commotion, a little bit of a reaction to this. Now, you know that Midflits have dark vision. You have to assume that since they don't seem to be operating with any light. And you know that creatures that have dark vision see in black and white. So you have to imagine that when this ball bearing falls down, if it's seen by a Midflit, all of a sudden it's sort of like that transition in Wizard of Oz. It's just sort of casts the cave in color all of a sudden. And that's what you think must be happening down there, because there begins to be this like commotion a little bit of these Midflits. Dry, you're looking down with everybody else, and you see that two Midflits run to the lit ball bearing down here, and they pick it up and they begin inspecting it, and then they straight up begin throwing haymakers at each other, fighting over the ball bearing. And eventually
20 feet?
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Can I shoot one with my bow?
Fuck yeah, you can shoot one with your bow, man. You want to do this? Are we doing this?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you knocked the arrow, you let it fly. Let's just get ourselves back into initiative, boys. Come on, this is why we're here.
All right.
Let's do it.
Bill, before you pick sides, are we placing bets on which one's going to win this fist fight, or are we just going to...
I would like to place bets, but I would also like to kill them.
That's true.
So, I got... Dry rolled a 23 again. I rolled 23 last time.
25 for Bashk. Rolled better.
Sirio.
Got a 10.
Oh.
Mitchell Groning.
15.
What about Val? Can we just throw her into the pit?
She probably jumped down on her own, really. She's pretty gung-ho after all those power attacks.
Well, we're going to be in combat while we're climbing. Well, you guys are. I have a bow.
It's 20 feet. I could probably jump that. Take the damage. Superhero land.
Bashk Trand. You see Dry. You've known him a little bit at this point. You see what Dry Colmay's doing without a fucking word to anyone else. Just drawing the bow back he's about to release. But you have a moment to act first. What do you do?
So you said there's two within 20 feet?
Yeah, let me put them on the map for you.
Okay.
I just can't get over how they're fighting over this thing.
I know, that's hilarious. Do I see one that has a advantage? Is one winning this fight?
Boy, you can't tell. They're really still in the process of squaring up on each other. You know, right. They haven't really... they're kind of starting to fight a little bit, but you're not. I don't know if you can see this, but basically they're down here on this other part of the map, but you're like 20 feet above them right now looking down through this cylindrical pit. The pit itself probably has a diameter of about 15 feet, so plenty of room to cast spells or even just jump down there.
Yeah, so...
I think you should jump down.
Well, you know... Maybe in my third action. I'm going to roll a spell attack here of, total of 26.
Ooh, oh my gosh.
On D.
What are you casting?
Acid Splash.
Oh, yeah.
Oh dear.
We call that a crit.
Yeah, we do.
Oh.
All right. Let's do 1d6 of damage. Yep, so a total of 7 for damage.
Okay.
And
versus Midflit C or Midflit D?
D. Plus one splash acid damage, and on a crit success, the target also takes 1 persistent acid damage.
Ooh, okay. Keep me honest on that when it's Midflit D's turn. Midflit D will have to take that damage at the end of his turn.
Yeah, and actually, I think for my third action, I am going to get Dundee. I don't know where I am on the map. I'm going to get Dundee to kind of run up and be kind of next to me.
So does Acid Splash add any of your spellcasting modifier to damage, or is it just a straight up roll?
Just a 1d6,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I pushed a button. I pushed a function key, and my top bar went away, and I'm disturbed. Can someone help me?
Yeah, try F10 or F11.
Thank you. F11, okay. Okay.
Mike,
Just as long as you don't start talking about your day and how your kids are doing while we're troubleshooting stuff, I'm good.
Oh, hey, a good tip. It is Midflit C's turn, if you can believe it. He has looked up. He has seen what is happening. He sees the other light source and the color coming from up on the pit. And this guy begins climbing up toward you. And it doesn't look like he's making climb checks. This guy appears to have a climb speed when it comes to these roots coming off of these walls. And in 2 actions, he puts himself right up here, right up next to Mitchell Groning and Bashk Trand. And he is going to draw a short sword. I'm sorry, that is what he does. Yeah, he's going to draw a short sword. And he's just got this weird, sort of almost demented grin on his face. He lives in a world where he's about to gut all of you guys. He doesn't realize what he has done to himself. Meanwhile, you see Midflit D down at the bottom. It's now his turn, and he is going to take an action, and he's going to gesture up the hole toward figures further into the room that you cannot see, because really, in terms of 3 dimensions, you're probably standing right above them, and this hole is only so wide, and so this room kind of goes further to the east, but you can't see. He's taking an action to gesture toward them. He is then going to produce a dart from his pocket, his little Midflit trousers that he's wearing, and then he's going to fling that dart up toward Mitchell Groning, who he can see. So I think Mitchell is kind of standing toward the pit a little bit. Mm-hmm. Just going to resolve that there. That's going to be a total of a 20 versus the clumsy and sickened Mitchell Groning.
That is a hit.
Oh my! It hits
it's
you.
It's gonna go right up in the Codpiece again.
I was going to say,
straight up.
It's the other testicle, man. I guess. You know what? But it's actually not that big of a hit, man. We're talking about a D4 -1. That's going to be 0 damage.
Wow.
So I guess it kind of hits you in the thigh or something, and it just sort of falls back down the pit or something. I might have done that wrong. I don't know if there's a minimum of 1 damage, but I don't know. D4 -1. I rolled a 1. That to me equals 0. So that's what happens. Dry Colmay, it is now your turn. You're standing at the edge of this pit. You've got the arrow knocked. What do you do?
I'm shooting at D.
Shooting down the pit toward this little dart wheel.
Poisoned arrow.
Poisoned arrow. Okay.
Poisoned arrow shooting down at D. That's a 20. Adjusted.
That'll hit.
1d8. That's a 3.
Okay. Here's his fort save. He rolls a total of a 6 on the fortitude save. We need the difficulty class for the fort save for giant centipede venom.
Find that.
It's DC 17.
Dude, he critically failed his fortitude save. It's DC 17. He rolled a total of a 6. He goes straight to stage 2 of giant centipede venom.
So it's 1d8 poison damage.
Yeah, I'm a little hazy on this. I think it happens right now. Yeah, go ahead and roll that out.
That is a 6 on the die for the poison damage, and he becomes flat-footed.
Total of 9 damage then during that bow hit to D.
Did we just do poison damage?
We just did poison damage. Now, I've explained this to you before. I have a 10th level alchemist in another campaign run by a friend of mine. I've never poisoned anybody, and Lord knows I've tried. And it's never worked out for me. I'm a little salty about it. And here comes Dry Cull May with giant centipede venom shot down a pit toward a midfoot. And he's poisoned. He's flat-footed.
We just beat Pathfinder. It's over.
Yep.
We beat it. It's done.
Bill, hang it up.
Good game, guys.
If we all know something, too.
I am now the king.
When these kind of game mechanics work in our favor, they get banned. So that was the last time I ever pointed.
D, who is also going to be suffering persistent acid damage here. Oh, I
trouble.
didn't do it. Shit. Okay, so he takes 1 persistent acid damage. Okay, and then he gets a DC 15 flat check to see if the persistent acid damage goes away. It does not. Okay, so I think we're by the book here still. Let's take it back to Dry's second of 3 actions.
I'm going to drop my bow.
I'm so fucking hyped right now. Are you going to jump down the pit?
No.
My God,
Because I know that he was gesturing to other things down there because we saw that because you explained it.
Yeah.
So, no, I'm not going to jump down the pit.
Okay.
I'm just going to take a free action, drop my bow, draw my sword as my second, and take a swing at C with the map 2.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess just one dose of the multiple attack penalty because you only fired once.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So, or can I do an action like shove?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Shove him
I'm going to try and push him off his grip there. Back
Oh,
down the pit.
yeah. Hell yeah, man. Make the athletics check.
So that's a 19 on the die.
Oh, my God.
And the athletics is +8.
Yeah, Bill.
This is Sparta, that thing?
You shove. Yes, this is what happens. You shove midfoot C back down the pit, who will fall 20 feet, land prone, and take 2d6 worth of damage.
God.
Did
That's
he land on his
fantastic.
buddy by chance?
Holy shit.
Did he hit D on the way?
No.
Come on.
But he does take 8 damage.
Holy shit.
Oh, and then Dre's just going to flex at him.
That's amazing.
Third action flex. So, do you have the sword in your hand right now, or do you have nothing in your hands?
I don't have anything in my hands. I drop my bow, and then I just kick this thing in the face.
Okay, man. All right. Anything else from you, or are we moving on?
That's all I got. That's all I got.
Okay.
Pretty successful turn, I think.
All right.
yes.
Interesting. Okay.
You want to put C down back by D, by the way?
I sure do.
Back
Thank
at
you.
the bottom of the pit.
Yeah, back where he belongs. Prone at the bottom of a pit.
All right, I'm leaving the cave now. I poisoned somebody, and I kicked him down a hole. I'm going to grab my owl and leave.
God, you're having another good night there, Bill. Be a shame if
Here we go.
something were to happen.
My next attack, my sword's going to break. Like, oh, that dueling sword's useless.
Look at that. Look at that little sign laying there on his butt. That's going to bring us then to Valerie. Dudes.
She jumped down there.
She's going.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Yep.
Of course. I don't think she's going to jump down the pit, but what she's going to do is she's going to begin rolling a nominal athletics check to, I think she goes like a quarter of her speed as she climbs down the pit. And she's just like, come on, guys. And she's going to have a couple successes there. I'm going to say that's enough to get her down to the bottom of the pit. And then you hear her yell, "There's more." Hey guys.
Is there room at the bottom of the pit where we're no longer clumsy?
Yes, directly at the bottom of the pit, the square that Valerie's in with no ceiling above her. Yes, she loses the clumsy condition. That's a good point.
That might be helpful to her in a moment.
Yeah. Jesus. Okay, I got to make a roll here for someone's turn. Ooh, interesting. Okay, that takes us to Mitchell Groning.
Old sackless.
Yeah, so it's a quarter speed to climb down there, right?
Yeah, basically, I think it's gonna just takes a full round to get down there.
Really? Okay, that's a lot more than a quarter of a turn.
Yeah, because it's like 20-foot drop.
Okay.
So I mean, I feel like you're getting 10 feet of
Sure.
an action.
Okay. So if I went down, I wouldn't have any actions, is what you're saying.
Yeah, and you're in. Plus, you'd also be sheathed because you gotta
Shit.
have your hands free.
Right, jump down.
You would land prone, I think. but then that's,
taking damage.
I feel like you're in such agony that you can't make the climb, so you just fall down the pit. Knowing that,
I mean, the fight's down there, and she's down there by herself, so... Yeah, I'll climb down. I guess do some checks.
You get down.
Do you need me to do any checks or just go?
Yeah. Just make a couple. I just need you to not roll a natural one, basically.
Oh, natural 20. Fucking wasted that.
Great. I think on a crit you might climb faster.
Okay.
So that might matter. Maybe I should look this up instead of recording myself and put it on the internet of me doing this wrong. What do you guys think?
The feedback inbox is already filling up.
Yep.
I know. Somehow they know. Climb, 1 action. Requirement. You have both hands free. You move up, down, or across an incline. Unless it's particularly easy, you must attempt an athletics check. The GM determines the DC. Critical success. You move up, across, or safely down the incline for 5 feet, plus 5 feet per 20 feet of your land speed. So you would have gotten 10 feet. On a success, you get 5 feet. Plus a total of 5 feet plus your land speed. So, wow, I did it right inadvertently. 10 feet on a success. No, I did it maybe wrong. Why am I stupid? On a success, you move up for 5 feet per 20 feet of your land speed, not plus 20 feet. Okay. So no, I did it wrong. Valerie got down there too fast, but what's done is done. But yeah, on that crit, you get 10 feet of the 20 feet of movement needed. So you could probably just drop as your second action, which is probably what Valerie did. And
is that going to be damage, though?
Nah, with just 10 feet, I'm going to say no.
I've got a device attached to my armor that will automatically go off if I fall at least 10 feet.
Oh.
Is it a claymore?
What is it?
It's an impact foam chassis.
An impact foam chassis.
If you fall at least 10 feet, causing basically it's like you just get puffed out and surrounded in like expanding foam.
Like the cars in Demolition Man.
Yes.
It bubble boys you.
Yes. It will bubble, and it's an escape DC of 15 to get out of there.
Oh my god.
So I don't really want to do that. Like,
okay, yeah, just climb down the rest of the pit.
I didn't pack my jaws of life.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to say you reach the bottom of the pit on your second and or third round, and here's what you see. So I'm going to, especially because you're carrying the buckler. In fact, I think your friends above you are now left in total darkness since the ball bearing and the buckler are both down
there would
here
be light
now.
going up through the tunnel a little bit.
Yeah, I suppose so, yeah. You see 4 additional midflits.
Oh, this is going to be a fight.
So it's a little bit crowded. Let me reveal these little tokens to you. But what's more, you see a kobold who is tangled up, hung from the roots on the northern wall of this chamber, and he looks as though he's been injured, and it looks as though these midflits might have been torturing him, or at least messing with him somehow, okay? And he looks very weak, but he appears to be alive, and Mitch, he appears to be struggling against the roots that are binding him to this wall, trying to get free. Maybe trying to take advantage of some opportunity to get free. But your turn ends, and you got a whole mess of midflits here.
There's a lot more.
Yeah. Hey, guys. The final thing I'm going to tell... Oh, poor Mitch. You got a high voice from here on out. The other thing I'm going to tell you is that at the eastern end of this room, there appears to be some kind of chasm that goes deep down into the ground here. And when I say it's huge, this thing. It appears to go down. I mean, you can't even see with the light coming off your buckler. It's just too far away for me to really tell. But it just looks like this chamber ends with a huge hole that just descends down into blackness. That's going to take us to Mitflit F. Mitflit F, who's down here, just begins yelling and screaming at the top of his lungs in Undercommon. Mitch, I would imagine you're smart enough to know it's Undercommon. Do you speak Undercommon?
I do not speak Undercommon.
Mitflit F is going to pull out a short sword. He's going to run in toward Mitchell, and with his third action, he's going to bring that short sword down toward you. He's going to miss. Sirio Xavier Sertova.
All right.
Kind of back toward the back of this chamber a little bit.
Yeah, I'm going to step up to the edge of the pit here and target a electric arc down at C and D. Mitflitz.
Oh, the prone C. He is prone. He'll take that penalty to his reflex save. That's excellent, man. Good luck. The prone Mitflitz C will critically fail. And the Mitflit D, who is taking some damage, will regularly fail. So, oh man, double damage on C, regular damage on D. Nice move.
6 electricity, and then 12 for the crit fail.
Okay.
That's fantastic.
They both die.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Why were they so squishy?
Yeah, these guys do appear to be built a little bit differently. These guys are a little smaller, a little weaker than the ones you fought upstairs. They both just sizzle on the ground.
Did we find the Knitfoot nursery?
Oh no, younglings.
Oh no,
Not
the
the
younglings.
Maybe we're the bad guys.
Are we the baddies?
The tortured kobold on the wall is like, no, they're the bad guys, he says. Mitflit G is going to cast a spell and then come barreling in toward Valerie and Mitchell, and he's going to apply that same -1 attack roll penalty to you guys with this aura that he has, and that's going to take us then to Mitflit H.
Is there a save for that aura?
Oh yes, I'm sorry, you both get a will save, thank you. Valerie will pass.
It's a 2 on the die. That's probably a fail. You want me to check my modifier?
Yeah, I would imagine so. Yeah,
is it a crit fail?
Yeah, it's going to be a fail. So yeah, so you take that penalty. So Mitch, just your day just continues to be bad. Mitflit H is going to begin flinging darts at Valerie. That's all he's really going to do. He's going to pull a dart out, and he's going to miss with that dart. He's going to pull a second dart, and I think that's got to be his turn. Yeah, because it's an action to pull each one of those. So he's got Mitflit H is sitting there with a dart in his hand. That's going to take us to the next round. Bashk Trand.
So Bashk is going to cast guidance on Mitchell, and then on Valerie for his second action. And then then his third action, he's going to cast guidance on Dry.
Wow.
Dude, that's
nice.
awesome.
That's smart. Okay. Wow. Okay. That's Bashk Trand. Let's see. Mitflit's C and D are dead and dead. Dry Colmay, bow on the ground, hands empty, guidance. What do you do?
I climb down. I have a 30-foot speed. So is that still going to take me 2 actions to get down?
Yeah, because you'd need a 40-foot speed to get that extra 5 feet. Although if you can crit 2 athletics checks, I guess you could get down. But the truth is, the DC is only.
Let me see what I can do.
Well, the thing is that I guess I've been doing this wrong because the DC is only 5. This is a really easy thing to climb. So I guess if you can roll 2 15-point checks, you could get down in 2 actions.
Well, there's 16.
Yeah, that's 10 feet.
At a 15.
Hey.
Yeah, you're down here. You're now in this square.
I'm just going to draw my sword.
All right. The Aldori dueling sword is out. Mitflit G has a choice to make 3 potential targets. Dry Colmay, Valerie, and Mitchell Groning. I'm going to roll me a d4. Dry Colmay. Let's see. Short sword down toward Dry. What's your armor class there, sir?
19.
Oh, that's going to be a miss. He's going to try again, subject to the multiple attack penalty. Another miss. He's so mad he's going for it again. He's just mad. Yeah, no, just a bunch of misses. You're just dancing around this guy with your sword out.
I feel like the Princess Bride guy.
Yeah, right, yeah. Wesley?
Yep.
Or the Dread Pirate Roberts, I guess, whichever
The Dread
one.
Pirate Roberts.
Okay, it's Valerie. Valerie, the first thing Valerie's going to do is she's going to raise her shield up her AC, and then the next thing that she's going to do is she's just going to power attack on Mitflit G right in front of her. That is a hit. So she's going to do 2d8 plus 4.
Would the +1 from guidance have crit? Or is it not that close?
It would have crit, and we'll say she used it. I'm sorry, I didn't mark that she had it, but yeah. So she uses guidance. That takes her attack roll up to a 25. She's gonna crit. I don't even know what it means when you crit on a power attack, but what I do know is that G couldn't survive it. So we're just gonna say she just destroys G with this critical strike power attack.
Get out of here.
Goodbye.
Nice work.
Yeah. And her shield is raised. So that's going to take us then to this kobold who is chained up to the wall or lashed up to the wall. He's trying to get out. Natural 20 on the escape attempt, guys.
Yeah, dude.
He's out. And the next thing you watch him do is that he's concealed a weapon on himself. And in fact, you're not surprised that the Midflits missed it, because you wouldn't have figured that it was a weapon either. But he pulls out what appears to be just a simple wire, okay? And he holds it kind of looped in one hand. And then in this strange maneuver, you watch him take this wire. The wire is like in between his pinky and his ring finger, and then the other end of the wire is in between his pointer and his thumb. And you watch him release the wire with his pointer and his thumb finger so that it's just hanging from the pinky and ring finger. And then he tries to wrap it around the neck of Midflit H and then catch it again with his thumb and pointer finger, almost as sort of like this crude one-handed like garrote or something. Is that how you say that? Yeah. Or garrote? He's going for it, man. At a +8, 17 on the die. That is a crit, and he crits with what is what you wouldn't know it, but what he's wielding is a kobold fang wire.
Whoa.
He's going to do 2d4 +4 critical strike damage on this.
Did we just watch a kobold strangle a Netflit? Because that's pretty badass.
Yeah, after he Houdini'd out of this vine.
It's like the John Wick of kobolds.
Yeah.
9 damage to Midflit H. Almost kills him, but not quite. And that is the end of this kobold's turn. So he's sitting here, he's weak, he has barely any HP left, but he has joined the fray with you guys on this. Mitchell Groning, it is your turn.
Oh, I'm still empty-handed, so I'm going to reach out to F and tamper with his armor.
Oh, no. Slow him down?
Yep, and make him flat-footed as well.
Oh, man.
12 on the die plus craft. It's a 19 against his reflex DC.
That's a success.
Sweet. Since it's his armor, he takes a -2 circumstance penalty to... he's flat-footed and has a 10-foot penalty.
To speeds. Okay.
To speeds, yep.
Okay.
Now that that's done, that's only one action. It was not an attack, which is awesome.
Man.
Gonna pull my sword out.
And you have guidance if you want to use it on your roll.
Yeah, I will. And since he's flat-footed, I'm going to activate something that I have had since episode 5.
Whoa.
I am going to activate the Bloodseeker Beak.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
The Bloodseeker Beak.
Yep. We are using
a free 0 check.
Yep.
My gosh.
So
I can't believe
real good.
You're doing this. The Bloodseeker Beak. This is another first for me. I've never seen someone use a talisman in a game before.
Damn it.
Oh.
13 adjusted.
Oh, man.
13?
13.
Against flat-footed armor class?
Yep.
Oh,
it's a hit barely.
Yeah.
Their AC is 15.
So that's a crit.
Well, no, I mean, if you just rolled a 13.
Right. And it barely hit him, but it's a free 0 check.
Oh, you're going to use it. Oh, I see.
Right?
Yeah,
isn't that how we decided that it worked? Or?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I guess so.
We probably don't even need it, though. I don't know what this guy... So, but...
fuck it. It's happening. Rack them up.
So 2d8? Is that what that is?
Yeah. And then I think you get that extra little precision damage, but... From the talisman.
That's 13 on the die.
Oh. Let me just help you out a little bit here.
I'm sure he's dead.
Yeah, Midflit F is dead. I mean, you just stab him in the heart with the Bloodsucker Beak talisman, creating this spurt of blood just coming out of the sky. Gets all over everybody. It's awesome. Looks beautiful.
That's my turn.
My gosh, what a turn it was. Let's see here. Midfoot F is dead. Sirio, Xavier, Sertova.
All right, I'm standing here still at the edge of the pit, and I see Midfoot E trying to fight Dry.
Yeah, poorly.
It's not working out, but even so, I'm going to shoot some fire at this guy with the Produce Flame. 19 on the spell attack roll.
I mean, this is just not going my way at all. Yeah, it's a hit.
And that will be 8 fire damage.
He's up, but he's badly hurt by this.
And I'm going to start climbing down the pit.
Okay, make a DC 5 athletics check.
I don't add anything to these. 15.
Oh, fail. Hey, all right. It's a success. It's a crit. It's a critical success. So you now you move 10 feet of the 20 feet down this shaft.
All right.
That's going to take us to Midflit G. Oh, no, he's dead. That's going to take us to Midflit H. I think Midflit H is going to run away. He's barely alive. He's got this open wound around his neck from this fang wire wielded by this kobold that up until moments ago, Midflit H was just tormenting him. And you see something interesting. He's going to run to the edge of this pit, and then he's going to jump down into darkness, down into this pit on the eastern side of the room.
Ooh, and dies.
You do not see him. He just leaves your field of vision as he jumps down. That's going to take us back around then to Bashk Trand, round 3, top of the round.
Yeah, so he's going to take his cue from Seer here. He is also going to produce flame on Midflit E.
Midflit E, the MVP here, standing the test of time.
Oh, how about a total of 25?
It's over. Yeah, roll a little bit of damage, man.
7 damage.
Yeah, it's done. It's over. He is dead. Congratulations. You've killed all the child Midflits down in this nursery. No, I'm just kidding. They're just a little bit different than these two kind of bigger boys up here. But yeah, you made quick work of them. And you do have this loose thread of Midflit H kind of running and jumping down this pit. But, I don't know. I mean, what do? You guys, we have kind of a moment here. Do you guys want to stay in rounds, or do you want to interact with this kobold a little bit?
Well, Dry is going to run up to the edge.
And it is Dry's turn right now.
I'm going to run up to the edge and see what I can see, because if there's a way for me to drop down after this guy, I'm going.
Well, okay, so let's think about the light situation here. So we know that Mitch is illuminating 20 feet of bright light and an additional 20 feet of low light, which you should see. I'm going to give Mitch a 40-foot. Yeah, man, you can see. You're still in the low light radius.
Dre has what? Dark vision?
Low light.
Low light. Okay.
Low light.
Okay.
Low light vision.
Pick up the marble.
Oh yeah. Do you pick? Yeah, I guess you could.
Yeah,
pick
I'll
up the marble.
scoop the marble up as I go.
Okay, then we don't care about Mitchell. We just know that. So Dry is holding his sword in one hand and a ball bearing in the other that is lit. Dry, you're kind of in for an interesting sight as you look down into this chasm.
Am I?
Yeah, let me describe this to you a little bit first. Let's just take this in stages. Let's just go bit by bit, okay? So you can see that this passage is really the passage that you ran down is split by this chasm. And you can see a little bit deeper now into this other side here. You see that this pathway continues on the other side of this chasm. The chasm itself is a few yards wide, and it's twice as deep, but tangled roots fill the entire area down below you in this chasm. You look up at the ceiling, and you see that there are loops up in the ceiling, almost like monkey bars, that appear to allow the Midflits to cross this chasm to get from one side of the tunnel to the other. But that's not really what you're paying attention to, of course, because you're looking down the chasm, not up, because that's where the Midflit went, right? So you look down there and you see what I can only really describe to you as an interesting sight. You see Midflit H. He is down at the bottom of the chasm, and he is astride what appears to be a gigantic centipede.
Huh.
Well,
look at that thing.
Didn't expect that.
I did not see that.
Good thing I got one move left.
Yeah. You look down, you see him, he's riding this thing, he's holding the two centipede antennae.
Back up?
I'm sorry, that centipede looks like it's coming up the chasm toward you. And Bill has just shot his token back to the west.
Backward. And I'm going to be like, you guys aren't going to believe this. But there is a very large centipede. We're coming up here. It's being ridden.
Okay, kid. Whatever.
And you know what? I have just put this centipede into the initiative of this round. We're just staying in the rounds, guys. We're just staying in.
And is H riding the centipede? So is
Yes,
H coming
he
back
is.
up too? Okay.
Yes, he is. The centipede is just coming up. It's going to be Valerie's turn. Valerie is just going to be like, she's going to look at Dry and she's like, you shitting me? No. She's going to step up into this square here and she's going to ready an action. Valerie is going to strike when this centipede gets into melee with her. Okay. Next up is going to be the kobold, who you don't really know. And the kobold heard what Dry Colmay said, and in this little voice, he's just going to look at you guys and he's going to be like, "Oh shit!" And he's going to come back over here into this corner, and he begins rooting around, and you see that he finds in that corner a old rusty soot-covered dagger, and it looks like he knew it was there. Maybe it was his, I don't know, but it seems to be strewn about with some other kobold gear that was over there, maybe from his friends, maybe from him. And then he stands back up and he's got the fang wire in one hand and he's got the little rusty dagger in the other, and he looks like he's ready to defend himself if need be. Mitchell Groning, it is now your turn.
You need to tuck your sack in, buddy. It's time to go.
Let's see. I think I'm going to post up here with Valerie. Going to move up kind of to the north and a little far forward for her, kind of get a little thing to draw this big worm into. And actually, I guess I could ready an attack for when it gets into melee with me as well.
Yeah, it takes 2 actions to ready 1. You could do it.
I will do that. 2-handed swing when it comes into my range.
All right. That then takes us to the centipede and Mitflit H. So the way this works here is that Mitflit H and the centipede are working as a team. The centipede appears to be the steed of Mitflit H. So it really is actually Mitflit H's turn. Mitflit H is going to use one of his actions to command the centipede, and the centipede will the centipede isn't his like minion or anything, so he actually has to roll a check to do that. But I will just sort of lift the veil a little bit on this. It's kind of cool how they designed this dungeon. The Mitflits, maybe Bash would even know this with that. I believe you crit a knowledge check on Mitflits a couple episodes ago, so you would know that Mitflits have a connection with like arthropods and giant bugs and things like that, and they get a huge bonus when it comes to commanding them. But that 17 on the die is going to leave little to be questioned anyway. So the centipede will follow Mitflit H's instructions, and he will take a move action out of the pit and into melee with Valerie and Mitch, both of whom will resolve their readied actions. So guys, feel free to do that now.
Fuck. It's a miss.
Okay. And Valerie, let's see, that's going to be a total of 18 for Valerie. Let me see whether that is going to hit this huge, giant centipede. No, it does not. It bounces off the hard carapace, so both readied actions fail. And for the giant centipede's second action, he's going to whip his tail out toward either Valerie or Mitchell. Hey, Mitchell is even, Valerie is odds. I don't know, Donnie, why don't you roll a dice and tell me what you get?
Put this on the players, why don't you?
Oh, all right. Hold on a second. Let me get there. I rolled a 4.
You're a dick.
Sorry. Toward Mitch. And also, I have more bad news. Both Mitch and Valerie have moved into under the root cover again, so you both get the clumsy condition too. Although that doesn't affect your AC, it just affects your attack rolls and stuff.
Yeah.
In any event, here comes the tail careening out toward Mitch. And that is going to be a total of a 16 to hit you.
That is a miss.
That is a miss. Okay. And that is going to be it for the giant centipede. Astride the centipede, Midfoot H still has 2 actions left. He's going to cast that debuff spell, but the width of the aura is not enough yet to touch Mitch and Valerie, so nothing happens.
Sorry, real quick. Clumsy does bring down your AC.
Oh, it does.
Yeah,
oh, thank you. Sorry.
It's a dex based.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's still miss.
Yeah.
Sirio, you are probably aware of what's going on. I guess you can kind of see.
Yeah, I'm halfway down the pit. Can I see it all? Maybe the centipede or Midfoot H?
You know, with the ceiling only being 5 feet high, I gotta think that probably they're because they're underneath all of that root cover there. So I gotta think maybe you don't have line of sight until you get to ground level. I mean, are you guys imagining it the same way I am? Does that make sense, or am I full of shit?
Yeah, that does make sense. I mean,
Okay.
we don't want to trigonometry it or anything, but yeah. So I'm gonna shout up to Bask and say, "Hey, Dry's bow still up there. Toss that down here," and then I will continue climbing down.
Smart.
Natural 1.
Oh no.
I think
It's coming down quick.
I think it's a skill check though. It's DC 5. So I mean, I think it's just a fail. It's not like crit fail though. So let's see what happens on a failed climb check.
It's only DC 5. You can't crit fail that then.
Yeah, it's just a regular fail.
Yeah.
Looks like you just make no progress.
Okay.
Yeah, it's only on the crit fail that you fall down.
Can I try again
Yeah.
with the second action? Okay. 17.
Okay. And with that, you catch your bearings. You reach ground level with 1 action left.
Okay, I would like to be in this corner here,
Sure.
and I have 1 action. I'm gonna intimidating glare on the centipede. Just kind of give him the old stink eye.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah. Okay. On animals, yeah, because it's not auditory anymore. It gains the visual trait. I'm good with it, man. I think you're going to try to scare the centipede. Go for it.
20.
Your presence. You begin to see, party members, you begin to see something new in young Sirio Xavier Sertova. This presence that he has that you've not seen in him before. And you see glimpses of, he's young. I mean, he's 21. I mean, to me, being, not 21 anymore, that seems really young to me. But you see glimpses of what this dude's going to be like in his 30s. And it's like, oh shit. This is a powerful guy. This guy's got a powerful personality that seems nascent right now, but is coming forth. In any event, that's a success, and the centipede will gain the Confrightened 1 condition.
That was a good $20 word, by the way.
Which one?
Nascent.
Oh, nascent. Thank you. Bashk, Trand, you and the bow and the crocodile and the owl are all up above. What do you do?
Yeah, we're just chilling up at the top of the pit.
Having a party. Kicking it.
So yeah, he will take heed of what Sirio asked, and for his, I guess, first 2 actions, he'll pick up the bow and then toss it down. Or is that free action to drop it down the pit?
Oh, I guess I'll give you the free action to drop it down.
Because you can just kick it probably too.
Yeah, he drops it down there, and he'll begin climbing down the pit as well. So
Sure.
cool.
Yeah, make those back-to-back athletic checks.
Sure.
See how you do.
Well, I got a +6 on athletics, so I think I'll probably be okay. So 22 for the first one.
Nice.
11 for the second.
Yeah, you're basically down there. I would say that you'll just need to use 1 action to get onto the ground next round.
Okay.
Drycolme, the bow is, how charitable am I feeling? Let me just roll a dice, because if the bow's in your square, you can just pick it up. But if it's not, then you got to move and pick it up. So I'm just going to roll something to determine. It's not, man. It's sort of in between you and Sirio, so you would have to move into that square and pick it up if that's what you want to do.
I don't know if I want to pick the bow up or if I just want to go run in, take a whack. Because I have my sword. I have my sword in my hand.
Yeah.
I want to drop the sword, pick up the bow. Well, I'd have to free action, drop the sword, move, pick up the bow.
Then probably hunt prey.
Well, here's the thing: is like I'm under 30 feet, so then I would take the volley.
You take a penalty. It's just a.
Oh yeah. I think you're going in with that sword.
I'm going
imagine.
to hunt prey, and then I'm going to move here, and then I'm going to whack at the big slimy. Is he slimy, or is he like a dry centipede?
He's dry, man, but he's shiny. He's a little too shiny, and he's got these red eyes that are just
Who's dry?
way too bright.
Way too bright.
That's good.
Oh yeah, shine in the dark.
Is this the first? Wait, is this the first we've seen this sword used?
Yeah, I haven't swung the sword.
Like, I don't think we've seen the sword used in combat yet.
Other than the Etten, maybe. I think he was
Right.
swinging on the Etten.
So 14 plus 8 is 22.
That'll hit.
So that's 2d8 plus 2. So that is 9 slashing.
Okay, and the attack rolls up in the 20s, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that'll all hit. Yeah, let me make sure there's no any resistances or anything. No, doesn't look like it.
Is it dead? Does that kill the centipede?
Is he dead? Does the dueling sword have some kind of centipede killing bonus?
No.
Centipede bane.
No, he's not dead, unfortunately.
Sirio, tell me you're going to pick up the bow.
I mean, I could pick up
Your
the bow.
fucking squire?
I'm more of a spectator when it comes to archery.
That's going to take us to Valerie. Valerie's kit is still pretty simple as a level 2 fighter. She's going to raise the shield. And I'm just kind of liking this power attack situation. I'm sticking with it, man. She's going to bring that one-handed bastard sword down in a power attack. Total of 23. I'm rolling out of my mind on Valerie right now. So she's going to do that 2d8 plus 4. 15 damage to the centipede.
Nice.
So she takes a nice chunk out of it. All of a sudden, this guy's taking 24 points of damage. And Valerie's shield is raised. That's going to bring us to this kobold. He kind of takes a look around a little bit. He sees that the rest of you guys have moved in on the attack, and this kind of smile comes over him. And he's like, you just hear him kind of shrug, and he goes, screw it. And he's going to attempt to tumble through the space of this centipede, hopefully ending up on the other side with his back toward the chasm, locking the centipede into a flank, both with Dry and Valerie. This is the tumble through action. You stride up to your speed. During this movement, you can try to move through the space of one enemy. Attempt an acrobatics check against the enemy's reflex difficulty class as soon as you try to enter its space. You can tumble through using climb, fly, swim, or another action instead of a stride. On its success, you move through the enemy's space, treating the squares in its space as difficult terrain, so 10 feet for every 5 foot of movement. If you don't have enough speed to move all the way through its space, you get the same effect as a failure. And on a failure, your movement ends. And he is close enough to make it to the other end of that centipede. Here he goes. Let's see. I hope this guy's good at acrobatics. Oh, yeah, he's pretty damn good at acrobatics. And that's a natural 20. I'm not even making this shit up.
Okay.
So that is a success. There is no critical success condition on this. The kobold will successfully tumble through the space of this centipede. And we're about to reveal his class here because as a result of this maneuver, he gets panache.
Yes! No way! That's
Swashbuckling kobold.
A swashbuckling kobold wielding a rusty dagger and a kobold fang wire.
Give this dude some radishes.
You know what, Mitch? Funny you say that. Roll a perception check.
Oh, shit.
I was gonna ask this when we got down there. Damn.
That's 12.
It might be him. Yeah, he might be. You're not sure. I mean, you know, he's the right. His scales are the right color. he might have been one of the moon radish kobolds. But you're just not sure. In any event, it's now this kobold's second action. So he is going to, with panache, he's going to go out with this fang wire, try to rake it across the scales of this giant centipede. With panache, he will do an extra bonus 2 damage.
Wow.
That is a 12 on the die, plus 8. That's going to take him up to 20. That is going to be a success. So he's going to do a D4 plus 4 instead of just a D4 plus 2. That's 8 damage there, fellas. So this is going pretty well for you guys. And for his third attack, he is going to do his confident finisher, which, if it hits, will apply an additional 2d6 damage and will take his panache away from him if he does it. But he is subject to the multiple attack penalty right now. Thankfully, both the fang wire and the dagger are agile weapons. I think he's going with the dagger for this one. So he follows it up with this confident dagger finishing attack, this time at a plus 4. Ooh, nope, 5 on the die. It's going to miss, but as a swashbuckler, he will get half of his precise strike finisher damage as a consolation prize for the miss. So he even kind of fails into a hit here. The precise strike finishing damage is normally 2d6. He will simply do 1d6 and no other damage. Fucking 6 on the die.
My God.
Why do I even bother with this? And all of a sudden, the centipede is down 38 damage.
Wow.
And so that is probably the most successful turn this kobold swashbuckler is ever going to have. I'm just going to hang it up right now. That's going to bring us to Mitchell Groning, whose testicles still hurt.
Yeah.
By the way, the kobold is not having to stoop because he is small.
Oh, that's good for him. Yeah, Mitch is going to climb back up the hole and leave Valerie and the kobold here to finish this shit off. Fuck this.
I'm going back to my trolley.
No, Mitch is going to wind up his armor. Go for an overcharge here. Motherfucker.
No, he's not.
Oh, no.
He's not.
Whoa, that one's gone.
That was a
nice.
nice.
Brad, was that a manipulate?
Go find
It
that
was.
dice and see what it landed on.
The centipede has a reaction.
Of course he does. Of course he does, Mike.
Yes, he does. He's got a tail attack of opportunity as you're sitting here bucking with your suit. The tail comes around at you at a plus 11. 5 on the die, though.
11.
You're lucky, man. Ooh. 16 total. With sickened and clumsy, you're at 17, right?
17. Yep.
Shit, man. He misses you. Lucky. Okay.
Well,
wow. So, boy, as you're messing with your suit, it's failing, and the tail just comes over your head.
Yep. And I take 1 damage when the suit malfunctions. So that's cool. Good times here. Having a fucking great episode or 2 here. So that's
so
1
mad.
action down. I'm gonna just 2-handed swing my sword at this point.
Oh my God.
Get a different D20.
Angrily.
Going back to the old rainbow die from Nashville.
There you
Nice.
go. What you need.
That's a 17. I'll take that. 4 plus 6, so that is a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Let's do 1d10 plus 3. 7 damage.
Okay, you know what? The centipede's not looking too good, man. You know, he's still up, he's still kicking, but he's got all kinds of wounds and crazy shit on him. And of course, this kobold is still astride him. And it is the centipede's turn. The kobold first. Oh, you got an action left?
Yeah,
Sorry.
I'm just going to raise my
You know
buckler.
me, I just get
That's
going
okay.
sometimes. I just get going.
I'm going to raise up the buckler.
Okay. Smart. All right. Well, first of all, Mitflit H is going to command the centipede, and he will be successful. And in come the centipede's mandibles toward Valerie. So this is going to be at a plus 11. That's a 15 on the die, total of 26. That will hit Valerie, and Valerie is going to take damage, and in addition, she's going to need to make a fortitude saving throw. Because this guy's got poison, and she's going to fail. Wow.
No.
All this poison all over the place. Valerie will contract whiptail centipede venom, and she's going to take a D10 of poison damage right now.
Shit. A D10?
Mitch. Yeah, should hit
That's
Mitch.
interesting.
9 damage to Valerie. 9 poison damage, and of course I still have to resolve the...
Can she shield block it?
Oh, thank you. She can. Yes, she can. Okay, so she will shield block this this piercing damage. And I guess if she can shield block all of it, then, of course, then she couldn't have become poisoned. So let me roll this. It's a D10 plus 6, so I don't think she can do it. That's going to be 7 damage. Let's take a look. She's got a steel shield on. It's only got a hardness of 5, so she'll nullify 5 points of the damage.
Still pretty awesome.
And then, so then the 2 points will get through, and her shield will take 2 points of damage. She will take 2 points of damage, so for a total of 11 after the poison. And the centipede then is going to turn toward Mitch and is going to lash out with another mandible attack. This time just at a +6, but your AC is down by 2. 18 on the die, man. I think I might have
that
it.
just
Yes,
hits
I
it
do.
even with the raise shield.
Okay, let's get that fort save from you now.
All right. 12.
Fail. You also go to stage 1 of Whiptail Centipede Venom. You take a D10 of poison damage, and you become clumsy 1, but you're already clumsy, so I don't think they stack. I will roll that D10 right now. That's just a 5. So 5 poison damage and a D10 plus 6.
And I will shield block on that, obviously.
Piercing damage, sure. Can you do that with a buckler?
It's a shield, isn't it?
I don't. Does the buckler have like a hardness and all
It
that
does,
shit?
yeah. Hardness 3.
Do you have the shield block feat?
Yes.
13 damage on the mandible
So I'll
strike.
soak 3 of that, right?
Yeah,
shield.
up to the hardness, yeah.
Okay. Would you say that was
13, so that'll just be then 10 left over.
Cool.
The buckler will take 10, you'll take 10, and you also took the 5 poison damage, so it's 15 damage total. How you doing there, Mitch? How you holding up?
not so great?
That might break the
Yeah.
buckler.
That does break the buckler. Yep. It
Oh
broke in
my
3.
god, so the buckler just shatters. The mandible comes through the buckler into your arm, but the buckler did its job. The midfoot up above is going to take an action, and he's going to extend the radius of his debuff, now affecting Mitch, Valerie, Dry, and this kobold. All 4 of you guys need to make will saves right now. What happened?
8.
Natural 1?
3 in the
20
die.
out of
3 on the
20.
die. That's a fail. Valerie fails. The kobold passes because he's a fucking asshole swashbuckler, so of course he passes. Draco-May, how about you?
Not a natural 20, just a 20.
Yeah, adjusted 20 is enough. So Mitch and Valerie become affected by this aura that gives you an additional -1 penalty to your attack rolls. And the other thing that this kobold is going to do with his 3rd action is he's going to draw a dart. And he's just holding it there. And that's his 3rd action. Sirio Xavier Sertova. It is your turn. Things are getting weird out here, man.
So the square kind of catty-cornered to Valerie and Mitchell, is that affected by the aura?
No.
I'm going to move into this square, cast my focus spell,
Uh-oh.
Rejuvenating Flames. So it's
right.
a cone. It's a cone attack, so I'm going to try to... Basically, what I want to do is hit the centipede, Valerie, and Mitchell with this cone spell. It's a 15-foot cone.
I think so. I think if you maybe were in this square, you could do it.
Okay.
I'm going to
how,
say yes.
How close is the kobold riding this thing? Like, where, how...
Yeah, he's dead center, so he would not be affected by this. It just won't reach him.
Okay. Mitch and Valerie heal 5.
Sweet.
Heal 3. And
nice.
the centipede will take 3 fire damage. I think there's a basic save, though.
Okay. I will roll a
check.
reflex save for him. I'll roll it, and then you can tell me.
Basic reflex.
Okay. It's just a fail, so he will take the 3 damage.
And then you, Valerie and Mitch, get +1 to fortitude saves for a minute.
Oh, hell yeah. That's
Nice.
sweet.
That'll help on subsequent poison saves, which you guys are going to be making during the centipede's turn. That's going to close out the round. Sorry, it's probably not. Sorry, Mitch. Fucking Sirio. Shit, it's late.
Then I just shout over to Bash, take out the cabal, take out the, whatever the fuck the thing's riding it. What is that?
Mid-foot.
Take out the mid-flit.
Kill the
Yeah.
fucking gremlin.
We're going to move back to the top of the next round. I don't even know what round this is anymore. I'm so excited. Bash, Trand, you're down here. What do you do?
So I was, I think, still technically 5 feet up the wall.
Yeah.
Can I let go and drop as a free action, or is that going to burn an action to do that?
I don't know. Yeah, you can just drop.
All right.
Yeah, you can drop as free.
So okay, I'll drop my 5 foot down, land superhero style, right?
Oh my god, your Black Widow pose.
That's definitely an action if you're going to do that.
If I had a camera, I'd take a picture.
Right, there you go. And then
look cool.
he is going to draw a javelin.
Oh,
Yeah. Is the Knitfoot rider? He's above the fray, right? Like,
yes.
he's not going to
He
get
has
cover.
no
anything?
cover.
Yeah. So let's throw a javelin at him and see what happens.
Oh my god! And as you recall, he took 9 damage from the fang wire before he jumped down the pit.
Total of 15. It wasn't a 19 and rolled off.
Fucking AC 15.
This guy. Go.
Awesome. And damage of 5.
So you watch Bashtrand fall to the ground in the Black Widow pose, stand upright, all's a free action. He pulls out a javelin, and then he flings this thing through the chest of the Midflit rider, and the Midflit will fall down the pit.
Awesome.
The aura leaves Dry, Valerie, Mitch, and the Kobold. Well, I guess it was just Mitch and Valerie, but and Bash, you got a action left.
So for my next action, I'm going to cast Guidance on Serial.
Okay. That's going to take us to Dry Colmay. Dry, this dude is flat-footed as to you.
So I'm still hunting prey, so I don't have to do that again. That's just the thing.
That's right.
Swing away.
Fuck yeah, man.
That's a 3 on a dice, unless his armor class is 11.
It is not.
That's a 2.
Uh-oh.
That's a 4. Well, that's
Oh, okay. Rough round for Dry Colmay, but it is Valerie's turn. And, I mean, you know what she's going to do. She's just going to keep the power attack going with the raised shield. And she misses with her 1 attack for the round. So, but it's time for this Kobold Swashbuckler's turn. And let's see. So he does not have panache anymore, but he needs panache. So how does he get panache? Come on, Mike. You built this guy. Look at him. How does he do it?
Seated box jumps.
Seated box jump.
they work.
Is that a little CrossFit?
No, it's a jab
it's
at
a-
me.
It's a slithering.
Because he wouldn't let
I
my
went back to
swashbuckler do a
Bill's
seated box
swashbuckler.
jump.
Do a seated box jump.
You can totally do that.
Oh, that's right. Jean Baptiste.
Jean-Baptiste.
He's not allowed.
He could not do a seated box jump, apparently.
Bill had a swashbuckler named Jean Baptiste who was amazing. I loved him. He was so incredibly annoying, but wonderful. Yeah, Bill does this great. I think it's a wonderful French accent, but I get the feeling the French would not like it very much.
You could have him try to mount the centipede.
That's not a bad idea.
Let's see. So the Kobold is the fencer type of swashbuckler. So he moves carefully, feinting and creating false openings that lead your foes into inopportune attacks. He gains panache during an encounter whenever he successfully feints or creates a diversion. So he's going to use the feint action, which is part of the deception skill. And let's just go through feint real quick. Requirements: you're within melee of reach of the target, and you attempt to feint with a misleading flourish. You leave an opponent underprepared for your real attack. Attempt a deception check against your target's perception. Difficulty class 16 on the die. Man, I can't lose with this guy. That's going to be a success. The target becomes flat-footed against the next melee attack. He was already flat-footed, but this Kobold regains his panache, and he's going to bring that fang wire down on this guy. 5 on the die, that's going to miss. And with the dagger, subject to the multiple attack penalty, he's going to attempt the finisher. Natural 1. This guy is named, although you don't know his name. Let's get a card for this Kobold.
All right, that's the critical fumble on a melee attack. Mm-hmm. Oh, you're having second thoughts. You are sickened 3. Holy shit.
Okay, yeah. I think I'm going to say on a crit, he doesn't get the the half panache damage, and he loses his panache. I could be misapplying that, but we got to keep the game moving, guys. And it's Mitch's turn. Mitch, you're not doing so hot, but you might be able to get the kill shot.
I mean, with all these friendlies around me, I think I should just explode. Oh, my armor's not working. Never mind. So, saved you guys. I'm going to just, take a two-handed swing.
Finish him.
Oh, not with a 5 on the die.
No.
Ouch.
No.
Second swing. It's only +1, 17. Guessing that's a
miss.
Last action, I kind of want to get the fuck out of dodge because I'm just fishing for... I don't have a shield to raise anymore.
Oh, yeah. It's in shards everywhere.
No, I'm going to fish for that natural 20.
Come on, man. There's a time.
This is the roll right here. I'm going to remember.
Yeah, you are. Would you roll a 1?
Get that deck out for that natural 1 I just rolled.
That was a natural 1? No! Oh, my God. We're having some bad luck tonight.
Natural ones. Melee weapon. Butterfingers, you drop the weapon you made the attack with.
The sword that you have inherited from your mother and heavily modified falls into the soil under this sycamore tree.
Motherfucker.
So no shield, no armor, no sword.
Yeah.
I'm just standing here with busted
That's
balls.
the deal.
Yep.
Just stand there with your dick in your hand.
With a dick in a cup.
Stand there with your dick in a cup.
So at this point, this dick in the cup stuff. Oh my God. Inside jokes. Okay. So I'm not sure what the rules say here, and you guys know I'm all Mr. Rules, but the centipede is now just a regular beast. I mean, the rider's gone. The centipede is still hostile toward you guys, so I think he just reverts to having 3 actions. I'm going to keep him in the same place initiative-wise, and he's got no less than 5 juicy targets, so I'm going to roll me a d6, okay? And I'll re-roll on a 6. 1 is a dry, 2, Valerie, 3, Sirio, 4, Mitch, 5, the kobold. It's a 3, Sirio.
Oh, no.
Okay. Oh, no. So he's going to come at you with these mandibles. He's going to try to get the poison pumping into Sirio as well with a +11, 16 on the die, total of 27.
Fuck.
Crit.
That's crit.
That's a crit. Okay. Make the fortitude saving throw while I resolve a double dose of this damage on you.
18 fortitude save.
It's a fail.
Ouch.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, so the damage on this is going to be 2d10 plus 12.
Oh, shit.
Holy. What the hell?
How many hit points do you have, Sirio?
2d10 plus 12?
You're fine. We're level 2.
Chris, are you fine?
Well,
Next.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
8 damage on the dice, plus 12. So that's going to be just 20 damage.
Just 20. Just
20 damage?
Just 20. So big hit on Sirio's opening crit. Sirio fails, and Sirio, you will take the d10 of poison damage as well. Oh my God. I will roll that for you. One poison damage. I'm not sure if I'm doing this correctly, but let's go ahead and get the fort saves for Val and Mitchell as well to see if your poison progresses or recedes. Val beats the poison. She's good, man. She goes to stage 0. She's good. Mitch.
It's only a 15.
You will descend to stage 2 of the poison. You're going to take 2d10 poison damage.
Okay.
This combat is... We shouldn't even be here right now. This guy should have been dead last round. He doesn't have that many HP left. 8 poison damage for Mitchell in stage 2 of Whiptail Centipede Venom. Okay, so now we're going into the second action of this centipede. He's going to take that tail, subject to the multiple attack penalty. He's going to whip it back toward the kobold behind him. And it's a natural 1. He fucking misses the kobold behind him. So
of course, he misses your fucking character.
I know. That's just crazy. Well, I defaulted to my fucking character. I was starting to feel bad. I was like, I better hit myself. Okay. And the tail comes around. 11 on the die. That's not going to hit anybody. I think he probably targeted dry for that. So this centipede is just flailing around. That takes us then to the injured, poisoned Sirio. What do you do?
I'm going to take a 5-foot step back.
Yeah,
and
get out of melee with this guy.
Yeah, get out of. Yeah, that guy is
He's a
awful.
big jerk. That's what he is. He's a big jerk.
Yeah. And I will cast 2 action heal on myself.
All right, I will let you resolve that. And that brings us to the top of the next round. Bashk Trand.
Yeah, and Bash is actually going to just go ahead and do a 3-action heal and get everybody.
Oh, I like that.
Including the Centipede?
Oh, is that going to help the Centipede too?
it's a burst.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, so dumb. All right.
I would hit Brad.
Well, I'm just going to try to kill the Centipede.
Yeah, I was going to say. Just take it out.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Let's do an acid splash on the Centipede.
Okay.
Shit. Total of 21.
That'll hit. What square do you put the splash in? You can't hit him on the middle. You got to pick a square. Basically, you got to pick who you're going to splash with acid.
We'll splash the kobold.
We all know how Donnie feels about kobolds.
Yeah, we're going to splash the kobold.
All right. Yeah, let's get a damage roll. That is a hit.
1d6. Oh, 6.
Nice.
Describe your kill.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. So the acid just kind of eats through the exoskeleton and the innards just start kind of bubbling up through it. And there's probably screams of agony that we all suddenly enjoy.
Yeah, it's like as it does it, and he kind of does a barrel roll.
Gross and yeah.
He kind of wraps around himself. He does a barrel roll, and his legs kind of curl up and around. And as a little icing on top, or a little cherry on top of this, as a black dragon scale kobold, this kobold has acid resistance 1.
Oh, nice.
And so the acid splash does nothing to him, which is the quintessential fucking ending for this swashbuckler.
Oh my
who
God.
That's
did no wrong. Well, I guess he had that natural one in there, but otherwise, my God, he had an amazing night. Fellas, I don't have much else to say to you. That was an incredible fight. I really liked that a lot. That was a lot of fun. I'll just fucking see you guys next week. Thanks again for a great game. Take care, guys.
Good bug is a dead bug.
Awesome rounds.
Lots
That was
of
good.
effort.
That was good.
I feel like that was good.
Oh, I would have totally drank a potion with my balls to